of the identities that you both have mentioned that you have is that you're bloggers. And I'd love if we could talk a little bit about the beginning, the genesis. Joey and I love genesis stories because they are the most interesting, so to speak, because we see you now 7, 8 years from starting. So could you talk to us what urged you to make this decision? How did you go about beginning?
Yeah, so our blog started back in 2013 mid, so it was probably about a year after we met. And we were both at the time, this was back in an era before blogging courses, before there were blogs about how to start blogs, before there were conferences. Like, this is way before you could really just become a blogger, or the idea that you could become a blogger and make a full-time living off it. So for us, it started like a slow transition into what was our own personal blogs, just to sort of keep friends and family up to date with what we were doing, into, hey, we should just combine our stuff together, to we might be able to get a free hostel or a free hotel stay, to, hey, we can actually kind of make a bit of money, to where we are now. So it definitely wasn't an overnight thing, and it definitely probably wasn't as rapid as people who are approaching blogs as businesses are now. So for us, it also sort of came from a point of sustainability, and like, how can we, being from two different parts of the world, me from Australia, Christine from the US, how can we sustain our travels and a little bit longer, because we were backpacking at the time and we weren't working. So how could we stretch out those travels a little bit longer until we worked out what we were going to do, because we're from other sides of the world.
Yeah. So Jules and I were both traveling solo, and we ended up working at the same nonprofit in Peru. That's where we met. And we worked together there for about 6 months. And then afterwards, we knew we wanted to keep working in development and work around the world in nonprofits.
And travel.
But that doesn't pay very well, no. or at all, pretty much. So we knew we needed some way to make some sort of income to be able to travel, between those gigs, basically. And we knew we didn't need that much money. I mean, we were traveling like budget backpackers, like $5 a night hostels, cooking in the hostel, really cheap, like rice and beans, basically. So we were like, we just need a little bit of income to sustain that. And I had seen travel bloggers, but there were very minimal travel bloggers back then. And now those people are like the OGs. But yeah, it was just a totally different landscape. I mean, now like so many people have travel blogs, or they're travel Instagrammers, and there's a lot of information out there on how to start a travel blog. So for us, we literally were just winging it and do trial and error, trying to figure it out. And yeah, in 2015, we were in Southeast Asia. And we were working at a nonprofit full-time in the Philippines. We were also both getting our masters remotely in international development. And we were running the blog. And the blog kind of came third, just because, we had to prioritize what we were doing.